And this was before it got like, all on the news and everything. As soon as I heard it and I seen my fob, they had a list of fobs in Iraq that were potentially in the line of fire, or you have come in contact with this type of hazard. And I seen mine, so I went to the VA and got the information about it. And I honestly didn't get a lot of information for the girl that had told me, and she's like, "Go upstairs, go upstairs, go upstairs, go get that. That's you, go get that, make that money." So I honestly went up there with not a lot of knowledge. But when I went up there, they were like, "What's up?" And I told them for the burn pits, and all they did was direct me to this desk. He gave me some paperwork to fill out, and that was it. And I got a letter some time later. I don't know, maybe a month and a half or 2 months later. Like, there's just one at that time, they weren't trying to really hear that. They didn't have enough information themselves on what qualifies, how they were going to categorize this burn pit thing, because I guess it could be like different ways it could affect you, or how it's, what's going on. Is it a skin thing, a respiratory thing? Is it, I guess they had to pick that apart. So that was the early. As soon as they said something, I ran to the VA. So I'll try it again.
So you going to get the bag again?
Hey, they said
you're going to get the bag. You're going to get the bag.
The bag. Oh, well, I need the help. I need the help first.
He tried to lead the way. But he was shot one day. In the early morning. It's alright. It's okay. I've seen better days. Remember JF, he tried to lead the way. But he was shot one day. In the early morning. It's alright. It's okay. I've seen better days.
All right, man, we want to welcome everybody, man, to another edition, season 3, episode 1, kicking off of We the Vets. We seen better days, we seen brighter days. Now we back on y'all for the next year, baby. I am one of your co-hosts, Mike P, a.k.a. Specialist Patterson, a.k.a. Georgia Boy, a.k.a. National Champs, a.k.a. beat Bama this year, a.k.a. 15 drafted, a.k.a. coming back to back, a.k.a. my team like Big Greens, a.k.a. I'm going to leave it at that. All right, we got my man all the way from the Gump, a.k.a. Bama in the house. Got Walnut there, man. And then we got the man from the parts of unknown, man. We would tell you where he at, but then he got to kill you. We got JD in the house, man. What's up, fellas?
What's going on,
man?
Man, I can't call it, man. Just excited to get this new season going, man.
Hey, I thought you was going to stop and do the juvenile intro for the 9-9 and 2 times. So I was like, damn. Who else coming out, man?
Oh, man. Hey, man, when you the champs, man, we about to get ready to kick this thing off. I'm going to tell you, man, I didn't take advantage when President Obama was in there for 8 years. Okay? I'm taking advantage of winning this national championship. 365.
365, right?
365, staying alive.
Hey.
Hey, fella, man, so what's been going on, man? How everybody been doing during the break?
Man, ups and downs, man. Ups and downs, Chief.
A little bit of a roller coaster
Yeah.
ride, man, but it's definitely a blessing to be vertical, man. So I'm cool, man. I'm happy
Say that again.
and doing our thing again. So for sure.
Amen. I'm with that there, man. I'm with that, man. I'm just excited. You know, so we ain't gonna hold the people up, man. We're gonna go ahead and get into the show, man. So look, we're gonna start off this year a little bit different, man. We're gonna start off with a fun fact, okay? A fun fact to help our listeners out, okay? 8 habits that damage your brain, okay? The first one is staying in the dark too much. All right. The second one is consuming too much negative news. The third one is social isolation. The fourth one is blasting your headphones on full volume. That's on the left side of your brain. All right. That's damaging the left side. On the right side, poor sleeping habits. Barely moving throughout the day, too much screen time, and consuming too much sugar. That sound like a corporate job to me. All these right here, you know. So these are 8 habits that will damage your brain. All right. So make sure you got the lights on. Make sure you're getting positive energy. Make sure you're getting social. You're around people talking. You know, and you know, don't blast your music too loud, especially them headphones, man. Kids be doing that. That's probably why we can't hear today. You know?
Exactly.
We got different.
Hey, that one about being in the dark for the ones that grew up similar like I did, cutting on all them lights. Who cut on all these lights? You on there, you got the TV on. What you need all these lights on for? I can't see.
Oh man. And then the poor sleeping habits. And then so make sure you get at least 7 hours of sleep, man. I ain't real big. I need sleep. I ain't real big on it. But get you at least 7 hours. 7 hours and then you ready to go. And then move throughout the day. Get you at least 6,000 steps in every single day. 6,000. Woo. And then too much screen time, man. Don't be in front of them computers like that, man, doing all that. Get out and see what God put out there, man. Go see the world, man. Just go outside and look at the sky, the clouds. And then sugar, you know, this one, now this hitting me right here, this sugar, you know. Consuming too much sugar. All right. Let's cut out the sodas. Cut out the sweet tea. Don't drink the sweet tea every day.
Sweet tea.
leave the airheads and the candy alone. All right. Leave sugar foods alone. You know, and replace it. Let's do some watermelon. Okay. Do some watermelon. So that's our fun fact. You know, and speaking of the fun fact, you know, I don't think the fellas will mind me sharing, you know, our pack that we've been doing. We still working on JD, but we try to get in 6,000 steps every day, and then mine jumping to 7,500 this week. 6,000. So we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna set it as a SMART goal. So we want to do 6,000 steps 4 out of 7 days per week. I think that's attainable. All right, I'm gonna set mine at 7,500 4 out of 7 days. Cause on the weekend I ain't doing no walking.
And no walking.
No walking. No,
well, I mean, I couldn't bang with y'all with the numbers y'all was putting up, but I was getting 6,000 a day. But I was struggling. There's 2 people on here, not named JD, that was putting up double digits. That's all I gotta say.
No,
I wasn't even gonna put my numbers on there. I was like, oh no, you got double what up?
I said Pat and took a shortcut across somebody's field. The doggone bull and got a
you driving no more, you just walking everywhere.
Yeah, 12,000 steps and 15,000.
Yesterday I hit 16.6, man. That was oof, man. When I tell you, when I got home last night, man, the dogs was barking, howling,
the dogs
howling.
They want the Georgia dogs.
Man, listen, I had to put them bad boys in some water.
Hey, if you see that pop up on my screen saying I walked that far, I done ran out of gas. So we're on the highway.
Oh man. Yeah. So hey, so that's what find an accountability partner, and then let's get our brain healthier. Let's get our brain healthier. All right. So now we are on to, matter of fact, we're gonna pay a little bills right here. We're gonna pay a little bills.
That's your income. If your income stops, do your bills stop? No, they don't. And so most of the time, people don't have the income foundation in place in case tragedy strikes. And that's where I come in. I show people how to set the proper foundation for their financial house and their financial life to make sure in the event of tragedy or in the event of unexpected loss, your family will be covered. I'm passionate about this because I was a client before I did what I do now.
All right, so that's Melody Swain. She's a financial advisor. You can go hashtag Melody's got you covered, and all her information will pop up on social media. All right, so look, fella, we're finna get into our topic, man. What's been going on in the world. All right. So the first one is something good that happened. All right. We got the PACT Act that Joe Biden signed the other day, and now it's a bill. It's into law. And the PACT Act is, I'm finna put it up on the screen right now. The PACT Act is a historic new law that will help VA deliver for millions of veterans and their survivors by empowering us to presumptively provide care and benefits for vets suffering from more than 20 toxic exposure-related conditions. It will also bring generations of veterans into VA healthcare, which will improve veteran health outcome across the United States. And if you want to read more about this, I'm going to put the banner up. You can go to this site right here, www.va.gov/resources, the PACT Act, and your VA benefits. Now, fellas, this act right here. Let me take this down so we can see Walt. See his face. There you go. All right. Next time I'll make it while I'm in the middle. This act, man, it touched all three of us. Yeah. It touches all three of us, man. The big thing is, talking about the burn pits, and you all can probably testify and talk a little bit more about the burn pits. If y'all want to share with our viewers what the burn pits are and how they affected veterans and also contract workers.
Right. It's what they have I don't know how to. We didn't call it so many different names while we're down there, but sewage, getting rid of sewage and things like that. They had to burn that stuff. And we had a detail. We had a detail where they rotate and put kerosene in the. They had the outhouses or the whatever. They wasn't porta potties yet, but they'd have a pan up under there, so the soldiers do the business, and then once it fills up, put kerosene in it, set it on fire, and you just have to monitor it and stir it, literally stir this stuff till it's gone. It's a gruesome sight. I thankfully never had to do it, but I mean, it wouldn't have mattered because if you in the vicinity, it's almost like secondhand smoke. You know, you're gonna have some problems, but also in the country itself, you know, everything's burning. I don't care if it's from tires to whatever junk, clothes, anything. Everything's burning. It's always kind of smoky in the air. Where I was, it's like Baghdad. So that made it, you know, tough if you already had, you know, respiratory issues in the first place. That made it even harder on you. If you ever tried to run and like, you know, make your time on a 2 mile or anything like that, you could feel that. You definitely feel it. But that was my experience with the burn pits in Iraq.
I mean, we burnt everything, man. We I don't care what it was trash, whatever. All that stuff went in. The actual the huge pit itself was like our makeshift, like garbage dump. For lack of a better term, put all that stuff in there. You burnt it, so that we could keep it going until we got out of there. So all kind of respiratory issues has come up from that. I think what we need to do, we do need to go in and find where people can find more information about the burn pits and how to register for them and put that out for them as well. But yeah, I'm glad this is, you know, part of this bill, provide more resources and benefits to veterans who, especially these guys have been suffering for over 20 years. You got guys from Vietnam era still suffering and not getting the medical care and treatment that they need. So definitely something good this week that came from this administration. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, man. I was at a meeting on I think it was Tuesday. I was at a meeting on Tuesday, and I heard them talking about it. It was my first time. I've been out of the news probably 2-3 weeks. I hadn't looked at very minimum TV, and they were talking about burn pits, and I was like, burn pits, burn pits, burn pits, ding, 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 ding. You know. And then they were like, all right, this is what the details of it. And the congressman that was there, he was like, yeah, president gonna sign it into bill probably within the next 72 hours. And it happened literally like the next day, you know. But there were some contractors who worked overseas, and they had all kind of issues. But because their income was so high, they could not get the medical that they needed, you know. And I think with those guys, and I could be wrong, but I think that's one reason why they got paid so much money, because they're independent contractors. And it was their job to get their own medical themselves, you know.
Well, the medical, yes. But if you work under OSHA standard, and I know that's United States, but still, government, I mean, the most of these contractors are based out of United States. So by that standard, the contractor, or not the contract, but the actual organization is supposed to provide protective equipment and tell them what type of environments they may run into, and provide that protection should they run in that type of environment. Now, it's on them if they want to use the protective equipment or not. But once again, this ain't a shop, this is war. So that it's a little bit different situation, but at the same time, they're not supposed to be combatants neither. So they should have been kind of like in a stable environment.
Yeah, like a green zone.
Yeah,
green zone. Yeah, and that's what some of them were talking about. But I got a chance to talk to one guy, and he said he literally made $1 million over there.
That's what's up.
He said he literally made $1 million. He said, "Oh man," he said, "when wars break out, I get excited. You know, my company, you know, about to make millions of dollars."
That's sad, but a lot of folks gonna lose their lives for it, though.
a lot of folks gonna lose their lives, man. And I just sat there and listened to him, man. And you know, but then he was there also at the same time trying to get medical help. You know,
was
so
he a vet?
No, he was a contractor. He took a contractor job. His business took a contract job over there.
That's on him.
Right. It was on him. And so he didn't get medical coverage for him or none of his workers.
Wow.
None of them. And so now they are coming back to him and like, hey, you should have paid for, you know, and this is what he told them. He said, hey, y'all independent contractors, y'all should have did that on your own. Well, man, you here doing the same thing.
Same thing.
Wow.
That's how you made your $1 million. You didn't just make $1 million. You cut some corners too.
Cut a lot of corners, man. You know, and so you know, them guys, that's why I say, like, I don't think they understand that, you know, you were in a war zone, you're in a hazardous zone. That's why you're getting paid those extra dollars. Right. You know, because if that same person is stateside, they may be making a quarter of what they're making, maybe half. But the minute you go over there, now you get that hazard pay, you know, and now, you know, you're getting double, triple, you know, like this guy, personally, him by himself made $1 million. Stateside, he was making about 100,000.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
What's the definition of hazard pay?
Hazard pay is when you go into a hazardous environment. It's not safe. It's a hazardous environment. And
why
they pay you
extra for that hazard?
All right.
Because your life is on the line. Your life is on the line.
Boy, I'll tell you what, boy.
And look, I'm gonna tell you another. I don't know what you call them, industry or jobs. You know, if you're in the nursing industry right now, the traveling nurses, they're getting paid hazardous pay. You know, to go into these environments. You know, especially like when COVID. You know, I know a lot of nurses that were they pretty much retired off of COVID. You know? Yeah, I know a bunch of them. They went and got the bag. They went and got the bag, man. And retired. See, every time somebody bring up COVID, somebody start coughing.
Hey, I said it, I was like,
but that it's the hazardous pay, man. You're going into this is not a safe environment to be in, and you're putting your life on the line, and so you're going to be compensated for that, and that's the contract. Now it's up to you to make sure you get those medical services you need. You know, if you don't know what those medical services are, please DM me, okay? If you need insurance, just DM me. We got somebody that'll take care of you. We'll hook you right on up. All right, fellas, y'all got any last things y'all want to add to the?
Well, I've applied at the VA for the burn pits or anything. Yeah. I did get compensated for something different along the lines, but not the burn pit thing. Not the burn pit.
Gotcha. And I've been battling mine for 5 years, and so sarcoidosis is on the list. I'll be there bright and early tomorrow morning.
Like
somebody got to see me about this.
Like it should be.
Somebody got to see me about this. I got this.
Right.
Somebody got to see me. What about you, JD, man? What about you, man? I mean, don't miss that.
Hey, I'm just trying to make it, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who watching. I'm just trying to make it, dog. Don't be
I don't know who watching.
You know who y'all is out there, Tuskegee office. Y'all know who y'all is.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. No problems. So, but
he said, "Oh, no problem."
And for all our listeners, like if y'all really want to get a visual of what Walton was saying earlier, go watch the movie Jarhead. Jarhead, they got some burn pit scenes in there, and that'll kind of give you a visual of what Walton was talking about earlier and what JD was talking about earlier. You know, being over there. And it's a pretty good movie. It got Jamie Foxx in it, you know. So, you know, so you can't go wrong with Jamie Foxx, man. Can't go wrong with Jamie Foxx. All right, fellas, we're gonna pay a little bit more bills right here. Hey man, the Impact Media Channel, man, we looking for help, man. We looking for people that wanna branch out and do something different, man. We looking for people that are excited about the tech world, man. The tech world is about to jump off, and we're looking for those innovators, man. We're looking for those people who want to be a part of the next trend, man. So at the Impact Media Network, my name is Michael Patterson. Okay, I now have my own TV network, and yes, I am hiring. Okay, I'm looking for people that got experience, people that don't have no experience. They're trying to get some experience, man. Please DM me, okay, and let's see if you would be a good fit for what we're trying to do. All right, fellas. So look, we're gonna get back, man, to our last topic, and this happened. Was it this week? Maybe last week? There was a raid at a former president's residence. I don't know if anybody heard about that. Is it Mar-a-Lago?
Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago. So the FBI raided former President Trump's home. Okay. And they were looking for some papers. They say he had some papers, and they want those papers back
with the nuclear codes on it, huh?
With the code, like what you doing with them, you know? And so some people have been in uproar about this, and some people like, well, you know, they did the Panthers like this, you know. You know, so
nah, they didn't do the Panthers like people died with the Panthers, but all right, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Right.
So nobody died, you know, and so the same meeting I was at, you know, people was in uproar about it, you know, and you know, it kind of is what it is, you know.
What was they in the uproar about?
Defund the FBI.
Oh,
right.
Wow.
Right.
Right.
People are saying that the FBI should be dispersed and over and done with because they're abusing their power.
Now they're abusing their powers.
And this is now. This ain't from back. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't back.
Yeah. In a 100-year history, this is the first time they've ever abused their powers.
Hold on.
Oh man.
So wait. But what did they find? Did they find anything?
Yes, they found some documents, and
classified.
They found some documents.
All that stuff classified.
Man, that sounds like somebody who had some emails that got leaked. And they
man, lock who up?
Lock her up. You know, and you know, and the side note, I watched a documentary the other day, and I'm kind of in agreement with locking her up now.
Hey, whatever side of the fence you on, cool. All I'm saying is, they better make some room for for her partner in crime. Get in there and have him a seat too.
Right, man.
Go ahead, you can sit down too. You go
and look, if you see, like you watch these documentaries, man, like they going on trips together. They vacationing together. They living in the same neighborhoods. Come on, man. I think they friends right now.
Yeah,
it was cool back in the day.
Right.
He voted for her husband and voted for her when she ran for Senate. So
yeah, New York. Yeah, yep, up in New York.
So
yeah,
and if they found paperwork in his house,
yes,
I'm betting all those goofballs he hired to work in the White House. You got a certified nutso dude. I ain't gonna say what I really think of him, but a certified dude that we know has some problem, Mr. Bannon. You don't think he got some foolishness at his house from the White House?
Oh, tons of it. I thought they had locked him up too. They didn't lock him up.
He indicted. He waiting for sentencing.
Oh, okay.
Didn't he get a pardon too though? He got pardoned
the first time.
Yeah, they came back at him again.
But Sleepy Joe ain't finna have it.
Yeah, it was a bunch of them that got pardoned, and then they came right back. Like literally, it seemed like they've been working this case for 2.5 years.
Mm.
Ever since Sleepy Joe got in there, that's been his main mission.
Well, you remember a lot of these indictments was while the president was still in there. That's part of the reason why he was hoping he would win, so he could put a kibosh on a lot of this on the back end. But I guess he got cheated.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Right.
What Coach Tomlin say, man, you swimming in comfort over there. You swimming a lot of comfort.
Swimming in comfort. Boy, hey, I'm glad you said that. That's gonna be my new theme for this week.
I'm just saying, how much more laws can you bring? I mean, how long? What else do you need for the doggone bracelets come out, man? I'm just wondering. Like,
might be the tan first.
Great day,
man. Look, think about this. I watched this documentary where they were talking about these guys. They were pretty well off. They're pretty well off. Black men.
Okay.
And they locked them up on the conspiracy. No evidence, but just a conspiracy.
I think I know who you talking about.
A rumor. No evidence, but it was a rumor. They locked them up.
And these gentlemen ended up beating the case too, didn't they?
No. Two of them did.
Okay.
Yeah, two of them didn't beat the case.
Oh.
Yeah, two of them didn't beat the case. They had to go sit down.
Okay.
But even if you go back and you look at like the gangsters and stuff that they caught back in the day, those were all conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we got like this ain't just conspiracy, this is evidence.
Mm-hmm.
If any three of us, if there was a conspiracy against us, we're gonna go sit down for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But I was also told that, when you high profile and you got money, certain things, the rules are just different.
Yeah.
And see,
the rules are just different.
So the laws don't matter as like they say they do. Then it's really the money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, say that again, man. Say that again for the people in the back.
Follow the money, because these laws only matter when they ain't benefiting from it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like you only getting locked up for not sharing or being competition.
So Lady Justice ain't blind? That ain't a blindfold on? Or she peeking?
She peeking, man.
Lady Jessica playing in that mug.
She peeking hard, man. She looking hard, peeking hard. I see you. I see you.
As soon as you walking up the steps, she yelling guilty.
Hey, so fellas, look, man, y'all got anything else to add to what about the people in the back that don't believe what's going on? What y'all want to say to them one time? One time for the people in the back, man.
For the people in the back, I think your whatever your morals or your values or just your whole upbringing, however you've been brought up, all this stuff should match what you protesting or what you supporting, what you're going for, and what you believe. All of this stuff, and it's not making any sense. And that if a wrong is a wrong, but it only matters who did it. You can't call it what it is until you figure out who it was. So if it's on the right, it's okay. If it's on the left, whoa, lock her up. So, it's not making sense. And I'm just saying, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Call a right, no wrong or wrong. Call it out. Call it like you see it.
Make it make sense. JD, you got something to add on to that before we get out of here?
I like to enjoy my oxygen, so I ain't gonna waste it.
JD hit him with
a knife hand. The vets know what that means. The vets know what that means.
The vets know what that means, man. Vets know what that means. And if you don't know what that means, go find you a vet. Go find you a vet, man. Hey, so we want to let everybody know, man, please hit the like button, the share button, the subscribe button, man. You can find us on YouTube at We the Vets Podcast on YouTube. You can find us on social media at We the Vets Podcast, man. That's on Facebook. That's on IG. That's on Twitter. We're coming to TikTok, man. We're going to be everywhere in the next couple months, man. You're gonna be like, man, I'm tired of seeing these dudes' face, man.
Coming to Paula too. Y'all want to see us in there? It's about to get dark in this month. Oh, my bad.
He had a flashback moment, man. He had a flashback moment, man. Oh man. So look, man, we're gonna head out. We're gonna head out on one more commercial, and then we're gonna see y'all the next time. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Work. There you go. Hard work. Work. Everybody doing it right. Hard work. 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 That's what you say. Hard work. 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 Earn more pay. Hard work. Hard work. Do it every day. Hard work. Get up out of 2:45. Hard work. Work. Go and earn more pay.